Okay. Hello, welcome back. So, I do not know what happens. We were live one moment and then the next moment I apparently was not. So, I don't even know. I just saw that like all the numbers went zero. The kind of it just felt weird. The clock was still ticking, but it felt different. It felt weird. So I was like, let me reach out and see if you see me live. So, yeah. So let me just start over. Hello, my name is NaitOwls. If you're new here and if you're not, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me. I am um going to be crocheting the my second my second hexi cardigan, and I am just making them in a duo dual dual color. It's gonna be very neutral. It's gonna be mostly this sand color, which is technically mushroom, and this light gray. And then also I will be showing you the cardigan that I finished. Technically that cardigan is supposed to be for my daughter, but I do believe that these hexi cardigans, they kind of start out to be like one size fits most, because quite honestly they all start out the same. It's just about the length of the arms and then the length of the actual cardigan that makes the difference, right? So I it does fit me, as you saw on the thumbnail. It does fit me, somewhat. And with that being said, like it doesn't close, and you'll see I'll put it on again. But it doesn't close on the bust for me, but on her it looks like a oversized jacket. It's really really pretty. I do have to like weave in the ends. So but yeah, but I'll talk more about it and I'll show it. I'll show the cardigan in a little bit. Let's see. I see that someone else. I don't know if I can. What is this button? There's like two people, but I don't know. Live chat, all messages. Oh, oh, oh! I didn't know that button was for that. Haha. Oh, but it disappears. Okay, wait, wait. I'm just gonna go on the computer. Forgot that. Okay. Oh, you guys hear that shush sound? That's a commercial fan that I have in my hallway. That's like through that door. And I'm sorry that it sounds so loud. The reason why I don't have you guys on my ears is because I am going to be playing some music. So that background noise is a fan. Sorry. Let's see who is here. Connie. Hello, hello. Hi. How are you? It's not loud. Okay. That's as long as it's not annoying to you guys, right? Because I wasn't hearing it. I think that I am like tuned out of it because it's been on for days. But yes, so I hope I'm gonna put this down a little bit. Let's see. Is that good? Because I am going to be focusing on the crochet as I talk or whatever, and the angle is all sorts of weird, but it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay. Now, before I get started, I am going to go and to another Pandora. I am not. I'm doing the live stream from my phone. And the reason for that is because one, it's like a perfect clear picture, and also because I can, like, I'm in front of the the window, and it's better lighting for you guys, but mainly because log in. Okay, mainly because I'm able to add music to my ears if I do it this way. Now I'm gonna go back to the okay. I did it from my phone the other day, and I don't know if that's why I sound robotic. Um, we'll have to test drive since it was your very first day that you did the live. I mean, we'll have to test drive. Here's the thing, and let me just put this up a little bit because I think my eyes should be part of this, right? Hi, Sherry. I'm so excited you're here. We're always like opposite schedules when I'm live, so I know I never am live when you're able to watch for a little bit. So I'm so excited that you're here. So here's the thing about being live, and I missed this about the community when we were in Discord and we were growing our community, and I would jump in with people, helping them get started on YouTube and with being live behind the scenes. Me and a lot of my good friends, well, like Sandy, she and I, we were like the power mod for like mod team, and we did a lot of behind the scenes with people, getting them started with their lives. It takes a lot of trials and errors. Sometimes it kind of feels like we're a whole village. The first 10 minutes of our lives, I swear, is never perfect. I don't care how many thousands or millions of subscribers you have. You could have a whole production team working behind you, and guess what? The lives are never going to be perfect right off the bat. Or things are going to happen. The sound quality is going to be a roller coaster. The image quality is going to be a roller coaster. And we are all just hanging on based on whether or not Wi-Fi, Mr. or Mrs. Wi-Fi, is in a good mood today or at that moment of your life or not. Because if Mr. and Mrs. Wi-Fi are having issues, girl, the live is gonna be a mess. And we just have to be patient and work with it, right? So the robotic sounds could be a number of different things. But I can help with anything that I can. Um, Again, it'll be fun. But yeah, so let me do this corner, and then I'm gonna put my cardigan on so you guys get to see what I have so far. Again, it is completed, but I do have to weave in some ends. So this is it. This is the cardigan that actually belongs to my daughter. I made this for my daughter, and it's meant to be like an oversized um cardigan. Listen, it's kind of hard for me to call it a cardigan because this is quite heavy. I thought um I'm gonna try again and again and again and again and again and again and again, and never give up. Just keep trying. As long as you want to do it. It's gonna be great. So this is a pretty heavy cardigan, and I feel like no one really talks about that, right? Like, we're seeing all these crochet cardigans that everyone is making, and all of a sudden it got super like trendy. Everybody's making it. Everybody's kind of like making the hexagons that are multicolor, right? Primarily, whatever. And then, but like, nobody, why is nobody talking about how heavy these things can get? Like, to me, a cardigan is lightweight, flimsy, and stuff like that, right? Like, it's nice, structured, whatever. However, nobody in the community, I haven't heard anyone talk about how heavy these can get. So here is the finished product, right? This is how it looks. Again, I have to weave in these ends, but this is how it looks. It is completed. I just have to add my label. I'll figure out how to do that, and then I do want to go ahead and put, like, I want to measure, and based on the measurements, I want to put whether it's a small, medium, large, or if I want to go with a one size fits all, and then call it, like midi, short, like based on the length, right? So I might do that. Um, Sorry, give me a second. I don't want to like stretch this out too much. Like, I might do that. I might do like a label of sorts to describe what this is intended for, what size, yada yada. But again, talking about how much these weight, I am using the loops and thread. This is the soft classic, and I did ended up using three three skeins, and I want to say two, a little over two and a half. And I mean, it's quite, I haven't weighted it yet, but again, it's a little heavy. So to call it a cardigan, I don't know, it makes me a little iffy. I kind of want to just call it a sweater. My husband was telling me that maybe I can line it and figure out that process of lining it, and then for the fall and winter, she will have a jacket, and I think that will be a very fun project to try to figure out later, but yeah. Hi, Lucy. Welcome, welcome. Yay, thank you, thank you. um so I also want to make, because this is just giving me that fire to work with more wearables. Um, I feel like I needed to do something to give me the confidence to go for it, right? It's just like when we're just super intimidated by a particular project or whatever. So this was it for me. And I want to try it with a two weight yarn, with the fine weight. I don't really remember. I know I do have a DK, a specific DK. I have no idea what it's called. I got it from Michael's. Something, something, DK, something, something. That works. It has the letters DK in it, and it's from Michaels. And it's supposed to be flowy and lightweight. So, with that being said, I am going to, the intended purpose for those two skeins was a top. I keep trying to make a tank top, but for whatever reason, I get sidetracked and I never do it. So, I don't know. But I need to break the ice a little bit more. So, I think that by me giving that project a name, like for example, I was making that cardigan for my daughter. It gave me the push to get it done and to make sure that it was done well. So, and I know that in the past, I gave a purpose to the things that I do, and I still never really got it done. Um, that didn't work before, but again, I tried again and again and again, and here I am getting things finished. I'm so excited and I'm so proud of myself because I really didn't think I could do something like that. So I'm very proud, and this one is going to be for me. And you know what else? I'm thinking of getting Christmas started early. I said it. I said it. Yes, I did. I mentioned the C word. I mentioned the C word, and it's barely July. Okay, hang on. I'm going to do this corner and then one more. Ah! And then I am going to look at the comments because sometimes I kind of get started talking and then I forget about the comments. I'm so sorry. Oh, wait. I said I was going to stop. Okay, cool. What are you guys doing? So it is Friday. It is finally not scorching hot. We're not melting away. I say finally just because for as much as I love, I'm not complaining. Son, I'm not complaining. Do not go away. But um for as much as I love to melt under the sun, it's nice to get a break so that we could breathe, right? And then the heat and humidity and all the loveliness of summer could come back. Um, I'm all good with having a break, and we're having a break today. It's really nice. It's actually really nice. So, what are you guys doing? What are you guys up to? How's your Friday going? I hope that you guys enjoyed this beautiful week that we've been having. Because I know that everyone is basically experiencing one way or another this heat wave. Are you drinking something? If you're not, then drink some water. Stay hydrated. I wish that I could. So right now I'm listening to um hang on. Trying to see what the name of this song is. Anyways, I'm listening to the Pandora and it's the Marco Antonio Solis album, but it's just a mix of different baladas, and I recognize this voice, and I don't really remember the name of the guy because I'm talking about it, of course. But it's really nice. They changed everything too, and I can't even I have no idea where it is. Where it is it here? No. They used to have like the name on the bottom, and it's not there. It's okay. So let's talk about some of the plants that I'm kind of like putting together for this crochet journey that I have indulged myself in. Um, I was I found, I'm so proud of her. She actually have like some major news, and I'm gonna be I'll link her channel down below, but her channel name is Yarn Over Hook. And Sammy, she's so cute. She's such a talented crocheter, and I'm so proud of her. She's doing so awesome. But with her community, um man, what was I gonna say? I got sidetracked. Oh, in one of her lives, I had mentioned, because she's been working with bobble stitches, and right now I believe that she's making a pillow with the bobble stitch. And I said, you know what? That is gonna be perfect for what I'm thinking. So I just went ahead and I mentioned it, which is to make a fidget or a sensory rug, right? I have a lot of anxiety, and I tend to fidget a lot at times. So I really think that if I were to try to make a rug, that I could just put it wherever it is that I'm sitting at for whatever the reason. And because the bobble stitch, they we've all seen them. The bath rugs that are like popcorn little balls everywhere. So that type of rug is basically what we would be making, and it'll be small. It'll just be so that like I can fidget with my feet while I'm sitting down, and that's gonna help for me with my anxiety, because a lot of times I do a lot of, and there's a word for it. I do a lot of like tapping of different areas. I could tap, not even, it doesn't have to be tapping of my own body. It could just be like the table, anything, right? Just anything. It could be a clicking, anything. But the other thing that helps me is um like texture. So even this helps. I'll just be here and I'll be doing this like for hours, and that's great. So oh, I don't have it here. I think I gave it to my daughter. It's fine. So with this bobble stitch, I said, hey, that's gonna be perfect, because it's also almost like an imitation of the Pop-It things that are everywhere for. It's an actual fidget toy, if you will. So I want to start that project soon, and that is going to be like specifically to help with my anxiety. With my attention, with my sensory. Um, I am working a lot on myself in different ways. It's probably a little unconventional in some ways, because my my boundaries are so strong right now. I'm trying to make them so strong right now. So I'm just working on myself, and I have been realizing lately that sensory is my best friend, at least during this time in my life. I know that during the live when I mentioned it, like so many people were like agreeing with me, and even Sammy, she was like, "Oh my God, that's such a good idea. That would be so helpful," and yada yada. And honestly, I am kind of thinking that that could be a good crochet along project to do, and that'll be like a little something that I can be working on a live on a specific day. And if there's anyone else that wants to do it along with me, we can work on it together. Um, I I have a little bit of a list of things that I want to work on specifically for the fall. Um, ah, hang on, this music, this song. Oh, see, like the way that the camera looks on the computer is a lot is different than here. So like maybe let me do this and let me get closer so that like you're seeing mostly the crochet, right? Because that's what I think that'll be more fun. Especially because yes, I'm talking and all that. Oh man, I wish I had like a pillow like right here so that it can just sit here. Like I do talk or whatever, but then I also stay quiet for a while. And you see how it's hanging like this? I feel like that's another reason why maybe my tension gets, oh, my nails. Jeez, girl, I need to go get my nails done. Oh well, it's fine. What can I do now? That would be fun. I'd love that. Yay, doing what poor people do, work. So that's one idea. And also, like, honestly, I'm kind of like thinking that I want to assign certain times of, I don't know. I don't know how. So the thing is that I want to do a crochet along and I want to do a sew along. The sew along will probably pull me back to basics, one. And two, that has been more of a storage table than anything else. So it needs to be used for its intended purposes. The machine is collecting dust, so we need to use it. One, two, um, it has been quite a bit that a lot of people keep telling me like I have a sewing machine and like I want to use it, let's do something together, or I miss your sewing like lives and videos and tutorials and da da da, let's do something together again. And I just haven't had that like spurt of energy, or motivation or whatever you want to call it. So oh wait, now I'm over here, I got closer on purpose and now I'm like all the way down here. Jeez, I can you tell that I haven't been doing lives for a while now? Need to work on angles. But I feel like by doing this, I'm in the air and my tension is gonna be like all pulled and everywhere. There you have a whole project that requires sewing for October. Sewing for October. Um, I hope I wrote it down. I hope I wrote it down because what are we talking about? October. Yes, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Hi, Maria. Welcome, welcome. Mira, I did not I couldn't communicate with you. I was hoping that you saw the Discord notification because I couldn't communicate with you. I'll just say that, not to say more. But I'm glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Listen, sometimes I kind of forget that I'm supposed to be talking and I just kind of start like crocheting and forget to talk. And here we are. That awkward silence. That's why I say that, like, if you are doing something, just we're working together. I don't really know what else to say. All good. I was out and just got back. Just check to see if you went live or not. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm trying to pull that weight, you know. I said that I wanted to go live Friday. Um every Friday, even if it's just doing this. You know what I'm gonna be doing, you guys? Okay. So, because I just finished saying how weird I am about like just working and talking, and then all of a sudden I just stay this awkward silence because I don't know what to say, or I could be talking in the middle of something, and then all of a sudden I'm like all super quiet and all awkward or whatever. Well, or sometimes I want to be live and I'm working or doing whatever, but I do not want to speak. So I have done in the past what I call silent lives, which I love, but I wish that I had like a way to make the music enjoyable and super on the background, like in the program. Like for example, I'm not on StreamYard right now, but like in StreamYard, upload it there and have an awesome playlist so that there's no like robotic anything. It's just all integrated, right? Okay. But I follow a lot of people from different languages. I have no idea what they're saying. I have no idea. Okay, no idea. I don't even know what language they're speaking half the time. But when it comes down to crochet, and I'm pretty sure the knitting as well, and most certainly sewing, um, you just have to look at what they're doing, and you kind of get to know like, oh, okay, she's doing a double crochet and she's doing one, and that was two, and that was three, and you just kind of like look at it, right? You just look at it and count along and kind of figure out like, okay, now she's doing a slip knot, or she's joining, or this, that, the third. Anyways, you don't technically need to know the language, but so the point of all of that is that I came across this lady that speaks this beautiful language. I mean, it's very mesmerizing, but some of her lives, she actually hits the mute button. Yo, really? All my silent lives is just me being quiet. The sound is on, but it's just me being quiet. Why have I never thought to just hit the mute button? And sure, this is what I mean. With every live, you learn something new. Does lives very different, and it depends on your business plan and what you want it to look like. But um you're gonna learn along the way. And years later down the line, you're gonna continue to learn more and more. Sherry, you do a lot of lives, and I'm pretty sure that you understand perfectly what I mean. And anyone else that does videos and lives, you you also understand. I'm not even gonna say you probably understand. You do. You understand 100% what I mean. Um, but when I saw that, I was like, oh, so I could hit the mute, have the disclaimer that hey, we put me on a background, and you know, and just watch me work. Just watch me work, and that way I put all the music I want out loud, blasting up, the house, blasting up the shop. Or if you have a TV in your case days, you don't have to worry about copyrights. You don't have to worry about like, people in your house walking in saying crazy stuff. Hit the mute button. Silent lives. We're gonna be doing that because for a very um short time in the past, when my mental health was really in despair, but I, for whatever reason, wanted to continue to show face. I had it set in my mind that I wanted to do these magical silent lives, and they were very helpful. They were, but it was a little bit of a mess because um, I was trying so hard with this music situation. And this way, you can play your own music on your ends and just watch the video. A lot of people on the comments and me doing the whole like Google Translate were talking about that this is a version of like ASMR without the sound. It's very meditative to watch somebody do like just, whether it's whatever it is. A lot of people do like watch the slime, like with the kids' toys and stuff like that. So for everyone, it's different. Hang on 1 second. I need to count these rows. By the way, if you don't know how to count rows, this is what I do. Let me for these. This is exactly basically the same thing as a granny square. So this is one side, but this is a hexagon. So it's 6 sides. One. Let's make it easier for you guys. So this is one side. I'm gonna put this in the, yeah. 1, 2, 3. I'm laughing because if it's not 6 sides, you guys, again, my friend Jolie, I'm I don't know, she's probably not here, but um this morning I showed her how I had to do this like 4 times because I did not realize that somehow I joined 1 and 2 rows together, and I didn't notice until I was so into the second color. And this is the first. I'll show you this in a minute. Anyways, and then this is another side. So where is my, I don't have another clip. I don't have any more clips. So I'm going to use this sewing clip. Okay, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay! Okay. Okay. So let's go back to this mess. And this is not the mess, because the mess actually happened when I got to do several rows of this mushroom color. So here, I don't know if it's gonna actually be 5 or 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, so it's all 6 sides. You see, I even like closed the ring and everything. However, you see this right here? I don't know, can you see where I went wrong? because the reason why I connected two sides is because of this. So for every corner, there is on like from the, you know, coming from the same spot, from the same stitch, you're gonna do two clusters. This is cluster number one, 3 double crochets, and then whether you um chain one or chain two, but I chain one, and then you do another cluster of 3 double crochets into the same stitch. That creates your corner no matter what you're doing. If you need to do a corner in any project, this is a pretty basic stitch to create a corner. Now let's go back to here. Do you see the difference? This is a corner, and then what happens? What happens? This is supposed to be a corner. There's only one, like in this stitch, this is the corner from the previous row. And in that stitch, I was supposed to chain one and do another cluster. When I started working on this, I had done 5 rows. 5 rows. When all of a sudden, it kind of looked like this, right? And I was like, why is one side like way long? And when I was checking for my L, because that's what I do to make sure that I'm going in the right direction, I turn it into the letter L, right? Just to keep track of it. No, and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It took me entirely way too long for me to figure out that I had 5 sides instead of 6. So my recommendation to you is always count. Always, always, always count. I would even say to keep a stitch marker in anywhere along one of the side, like each side, so that you can just easily see, okay, I have I mean 6 stitch markers, right? If at any point in time you lose or somehow you add you have to add another stitch marker, then you definitely did something wrong along the way. And it's time to stop. It's time to recount, frog, and do it again. I've done this 4 times because I keep doing the same thing to the point where, not this time, but the previous time, I didn't have enough because, again, I did this same mistake the previous time. So I needed about 10 inches of more yarn, and I had to join new yarn to finish this cluster right here. And the thing is, that was the last cluster that I needed for that row. So in order to fix this one, and I will fix it, I need to get rid of this last row, get back to this side here. Is it? Oh no, wait. I was thinking of the direction. I don't think I did it with this crochet hook, but let's do it anyways. Let's see. I'm wondering if I have enough yarn. This is like yarn chicken. I haven't looked at the comments, y'all. I'm sorry. But see, now that I am going to chain one, added another cluster, I do not chain one in between. I did with the first cardigan, but I'm not with this one. Am I going to have enough? No. I am missing one double crochet, chain one, and join. Almost. And I did use this one. But now do you see the difference between when I first, like, let's pretend that we joined here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the difference. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go back to the comments. Vima's Crochet, hi, welcome. Just found your channel. Welcome, welcome. So glad that you're here. Let's see. Yeah, that was my first time. It wasn't bad. Those who were there asked for another one. I guess it wasn't bad. That sounds interesting. Hi, Shrat. Thanks, dear. I don't know if I can be quiet long enough to have a silent live. But Maria, you have so much to say, and I love it. I love listening to your whenever like you used to go live. Like I love it. Like you're so fun to listen to. Me, I could talk for days, but I take breaks in between me talking, especially when I'm crocheting. So let me get back to that. Especially when I'm crocheting or when I'm sewing or whatever, I call those the silent, no, the awkward silence, like, or the awkward pauses. um, but it's okay. But also I do it mainly for mental health. I promote a lot, I show a lot of my mental health, and I am not shy about it, and I still show up when I can or when I'm called to show up. I know a lot of people would probably feel that, those are the days that they want to stay away, but like I like to show up because I don't know, I still do. I know that in my community a lot of people can relate, so I am here to show that it's okay. It's normal. We are normal. We are good. We just gotta push through. Okay, so let me get closer so that you can see better. Let's see. Pumpkin Bee Creations, hello, welcome. So nice to see you. I don't know what you said, but I don't see it anymore, but hello. I'm not even gonna lie. The only way I can tell the difference in crochet is if I am working on the project myself. You know, sometimes I feel the same. I'm like, I don't really know what's going on, but I am learning because, like I said, I've been watching a lot more of the crochet channels. See, when I'm in the air, you see that? That's such a big, and it's because it's weighing down, right? Like I wish that I can figure out something. Hang on. Hold please. I'm gonna put you up here. Ooh, I don't want to show the door. That's annoying, so let's not do that. Hang on. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna be more on the table. Is that gonna be too high though? If I push back. Okay, that's gonna be okay. And I'm gonna have to just turn there, like, to look on the computer. Let's see. Maybe not. Same thing, because the table is still right there. Oh man. Okay. This is amazing. Good job. Yeah. So, what was I saying? I know that I mentioned um the crochet along and the sew along idea. Like I really need to get inspired with the sewing again. Shar, we're gonna have to talk again and figure out what that conversation about sewing was. I'm pretty sure that I wrote it down somewhere. Um, but in conversation right now, I have no idea what October's supposed to be. So I need a refresher. Um, but I want again, I'm trying to like really work on my cardigans slash sweater jackets slash I want to make a real sweater for myself. Um, I also want to make something for my son, more masculine, and I know that that's going to be a little bit of a challenge um, for me, but I think I want to I think I want to take on the challenge to do a crochet sweater for men. So I kind of want to take my glasses off, but if I take it off, I can't see the comments. My eyes are feeling a little strained. Hey, Sandy. Welcome, welcome. So nice to have you here. I miss you. I feel like we need a catch up. For real, for real. So let me know whenever because I would love to hang out. Yeah. Juana, saludo. Hello, hello. So nice to have you. When I grow up, Juana, I want to be just like you. You are such an amazing person. I love your thrive and your energy. Okay, there it is. Okay. I am listening to Frank De Vita. I love that man's voice. Like, this one is called Solo Importas Tú. Beautiful, beautiful song. I am doing well. Yo estoy muy bien. Ahora, gracias a Dios que el verano llegó. El calor y el sol llegó. Now that the summer is finally here, like I love it. I'm more than well. I love it. The sun, the heat, all of it. Wait, how many rows did I say I wanted to do? Okay, so let's do let hey, hold please. Hold, because this is another row, and I am going to do the L. Boom. Do I want to change colors, or do I want to keep going? So there is no rhyme or reason. I just want the main color to be this one, and I want a few rows of this, but just so that it could make a difference, I think I want to do like this is 5 rows because it's the armpit area. But I think that moving forward, I don't know if I want to do 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4 rows. Okay, and then one. Oh, that's what I was talking about earlier. I was like, oh, if you don't know how to count these, and then I started talking about something else. I just remember right now that I should have been, that I never showed you. Okay, or did I? I don't know. I'm gonna do it again anyway. So like, this is one side, right? I go from the middle, and I start counting the clusters diagonal, and I go to the corner, and that's how I count the rows. Now, of course, you can go straight up like that, but I don't know. I just feel more comfortable going from the middle center straight up to the corner. So, in this case, in this case, we're gonna do, this is the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gray, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you see how the clusters, that's what we are counting. If you want to count it like, you know, on the sides, again, you want to get to the middle, and this is 1. You kind of have to go like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's the 6, right? So if you're gonna go straight up, you have to go diagonal, because otherwise you're gonna be skipping a row. And check it out. So say this is 1 row, and say that we want to go straight up, we would be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What happened to the other? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to describe it. But if you do straight up, you're gonna miss the in between row. That's the reason why I like to always look for my corners, no matter what the corner is. Go from the center and count your clusters. 1, 2. Now you can kind of sort of go straight up, but you're going diagonal, and because you're in the corner, you're going to be catching every single cluster. So that's the middle, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope that makes sense. Maria, how do you keep track of your rows? I don't. I don't. Um, thank you so much, Sandy. Yes, friends. Um, please hit the like button. That would be so helpful to YouTube to let them know that you are enjoying the live, and maybe YouTube can show other new friends the live and they can come and join. Um, so yeah, I don't. At least for this particular um, project, I don't, because I'm going based off of measurements. I'm just gonna like look at how long it's going, and I am going to kind of like determine from there. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna do if, say, like one of y'all be like, can I order one? I probably will melt. First of all, I will melt into a puddle on the floor wherever I'm at. Okay? I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna be so excited I'm gonna melt. Straight up. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. But then, like, I gotta figure out the whole large, medium, small, extra large, 5 extra large, whatever, extra extra small. Like, I'll have to like really figure that out, you know. And that's the reason why I have to keep making these. Like, right now I'm just basing this all on measurements, because it's gonna be different right now. So okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm going all over the place. Loop, start over, reset. Where's the reset button? So I am using the loops and threads, and this calls for a number 5.5 millimeter hook. Right, here's all the information that you need. And I am using a 6. Now, I really wanted to use a number 8 because I wanted to make it a little bit bigger than this. Like, I wanted it to be like a little bit more on the loose side for myself. But I wanted to use the 8 instead. Now, clearly, if I would to make the same exact cardigan in this 8, it's gonna be so much bigger with possibly a few less rows. So the number of rows is gonna be different depending on the hook size and on how a person wants this to fit them. Do they want a oversized look? Do they want a fitted look? So I just have to keep making them, and you guys are gonna watch me make a lot. And when I get sick of making it for my house, I'm gonna start making it for friends who would wear like crochet items, because I know that crochet, you know, stuff is not for everyone. You know, you can appreciate the talent, but you don't necessarily have to enjoy wearing garments that are like crochet knitted. It's a whole nother topic, but crochet is different. So I'm just gonna like look for people, be like, hey, here's a surprise. You know, because I have to just keep making stuff in different hook sizes and different sizes. So no, I do not count rows for this necessarily. The reason why I'm counting rows right now is because I'm changing colors. This is not a self-changing skein. A lot of yarns are gradients or whatever it is, you know, and I don't have to worry about it, but I am changing colors purposely. So I think I'm going to stop here. Or should I do one more row and make it like, I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna change colors, and I am only going to do 2 rows of that color. I'm gonna stop, I'm going to evaluate, and then I'm gonna move on. So let's do it together. And if you want to know whether I'm following a pattern or not, I'm not. That's another problem of mine. I have a problem of following patterns, and I need to stop. I need to gather up the patience somehow. So this is how I change colors. Okay, kind of went in there and I stretched that out. But this is my corner, and I chained 3. The first one is almost like non-existent. I chained 3, and this is my working yarn as of right now. I go into the top chain, and I go in, yeah, the top chain. I am now going to grab my second color, and I'm going to kind of like loop it down like this, and I don't know how to describe this, so I'm just going to kind of like show you, and hopefully you can follow along the motions. I will try to explain if I can along the way, but essentially what I'm going to do is that I'm going to droop this down, and I'm going to grab both colors, and when I yarn, like, I'm gonna yarn over, I'm gonna pull through. When I pull through, I'm going to then drop one of the colors. Let me show you. Okay, I am going to my working yarn. This is my tail. This is my working yarn. Grab both of them, yarn over, pull through, right? I'm going to drop everything, organize everything. Where's my tail? Oh, right here. You see the tail now? I'm gonna stop there, and I'm gonna yarn over, very super loose, right? But now at this point, I'm going to pull down on both of my tails. I know that my fingers, one day I will have my tripod again, and I'm going to show you on a overhead, but I'm just holding it while I pull down, and then I'll show you. Okay, see, I'm going to chain 3 again, because that was just a join, and now I'm going to pull through. I'm going to pull it down a little bit more, just so that, and now that is a clean switch. Okay, now remember that we did this. I am now going to be carrying my yarn, so I'm going to take my scissors, and I am going to evenly cut, because I need to have it even-ish. Now I can continue with my corner. I'm in the air right now. No dejaría todo por ti. I'm gonna pull down a little bit, because I kind of pulled. Okay. And I'm going to yarn over the whole, like both of them, to kind of sort of hide. This is my third cluster. I mean, my third DC. I'm gonna go back again because this is not comfortable. Let's see. Now you just explained like counting the rows, and I thought you were answering me. Well, yes, I was answering you, and then kind of just took the opportunity to generalize it to everyone else that may or may not um, understand how to count rows. But yes, I was answering you, my friend. You see that tension is crazy right now because I'm in the air. Lo dejaría todo porque te quedaras. No, todo mi ser. Why? The bigger the I have to take this off. The bigger the project, it weighs down more. I wasn't even thinking of adding a third color, but I wasn't really sure what color to add because, again, I don't want it to be loud. Don't want it to be loud. I feel like I've gotten very, very quiet. So I think that after this row, I'm going to end the live because I don't know what else to say. And I did want to like crochet a little bit with you guys. Which we are. I wanted to talk about oh, I'll show the cardigan again before I end. The one that I finished for my daughter. Um that's Chayan. Yes it is. Yes it is. Which now whenever I listen to Chayan, I always think of Z because um yeah, I always think of Z. I miss Zilla. How many sides have we done? Let's see. 2. Okay. I think that if I lean back, you can actually see me better. And I promise I am going to figure out this whole like overlay situation. um I'm gonna be getting back to my hunt for the perfect tripod because I don't know where mine is. The one that I used to use for all the overlays, flat lays, not overlays, flat lays. I also have to start cooking. I know that it's only like a little past 2, but I want to cook early today. Connie, if you're still here, we need a catch up. We also need a catch up. I miss hanging out with you and the kitties, the kitty cats. This is very meditative right now. Like, even if I have nothing to say, but for whatever wild reason, I have like falling into like a like moment right now that is very, very relaxing. I just feel bad being live and not saying anything, and then like not having music that you guys can listen to, and like not have something to say in lieu of that silence. But for me, right now, not gonna lie, this is very meditative. I don't even know if I'm I am on screen. Okay. Sandy, if you're still here, I mean, you remember a few years ago when I still couldn't really crochet, and I tried to do some crochet in the community, and like my hand would go, like it was just, I don't know, felt like a whole alien hand. It was not my own. And I'm so proud of myself for finding a solution to whatever the problem was and being able to crochet again, because I'm so happy. And now I'm like elevating my crochet skills to a area that I didn't know I could. And this is just the beginning. I'm not good at this. I'm learning. I'm still learning, you know? I'm proud of my progress, but this is just learning. You guys, I really need to get a boppy or something for when I am crocheting, because I have tried like a regular pillow and it's not the same. It's really nice out. It's not really as like scorching hot, so I might cook and then take the kids to the park so that I can sit by the water, crochet, and let them play. That sounds like an idea. And also, it'll get them out of the house. That sounds like a good idea. Okay. I think we have like two more sides. My shoulder is getting heavy because I'm like in the air. One, two, three. Ooh, three DC. One, two, three DC. Okay. One, two, three DC. One, two, three. It has been a minute. So I am trying to learn how to knit. It's just I can cast on. That's about it. I can cast on and that's it. How long do we have on this live? 83 minutes. Whoa. That's a long time. This is the last side. We are back at the awkward silence. I'm not changing colors. I'm going to continue working with this one, and I'm going to evaluate on the after the second row to see how I feel, how many more rows of this gray I want to do, or who knows, maybe I would like a thinner layer, I mean line. This is the last cluster, and then I'm going to join. Actually, I don't have to do that because I have stitch marker. I am not going to cut these ends because I don't know if I want to keep them up here. They kind of get loose again. So I might just do that so that I can tie it off wherever it ends. Tuck it in and then cut off. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But this is the progress. I don't know what I was going to say. This is the progress so far. And yay. Look at that. No, this way. It would be this. Kind of, sort of. I don't know. I have a lot more to go. I do have another skein of each, and I might start with the other skein so that I am doing both at the same time and not have to wait until one side is completely done. But I think that this is good. And if I do another row, like one or two more rows, and keep this one, this next color way like thin, and then go back to this color, I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason, but whatever I do on one side, I have to do to the other, you know. So it has been a minute. We all just need a good long hang session. The Discord. Yes, 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 yes. I know I do not work in the weekend. But now that it's the summer, I may or may not be home. This weekend I might be home. I think. Not sure yet, but yeah, we definitely do. I think that that would be very fun. Let me show you the cardigan one more time. This is the one that I made for my daughter. Um, I hope that nobody walks over. I don't like showing my kids on camera unless it's for a specific thing. But let me see. Okay, so this is it. So this is the cardigan, sweater, jacket, whatever we're calling it. I don't know. It's quite heavy, and I think it's just a little too heavy for it to be a cardigan. But you know, this is what it is. So cute, so awesome. I still have to like weave in all of the ends. Um, but that's okay. That's okay. And look how cute. I'm so proud of myself because this is the first um big wearable, you know? So it's this one is also a loops and thread soft classic yarn by Michaels. This one, this color is called Periwinkle. I will never forget the name because I searched high and low because at one point they had sold out and I had to travel a little bit, not too far, 20-30 minutes from here to another location to get it. So it is very warm but also kind of breezy and also soft. And then I was mentioning the whole like sensory thing, so like just it's so soft and the texture is like just right. So yeah, this one is for her, and it is I will post pictures of her when when we get this all done up and all of that. We'll do a little photo sesh and I'll post it on the community when um when I get this done. But yeah, so that is it. Let's see. Thank you. If there is anyone that came in new, thank you so much for joining. I hope that you subscribe my channel. There's a lot of crochet content coming and sewing. On the occasional embroidery talk or show and tell, I do embroidery, but it's not like the main focus. It's mainly sewing um, and crochet slash knitting if I ever learn. And then a lot of sprinkled in mental health, um, you know, because I go through it. So I show my journey, some here and there. I talk about it here and there. I'm not shy about it. I'm not ashamed of it, and I like to talk about it. So that will be sprinkled in there. So sometimes it's gonna look a little sad and gloomy, but it's okay. Like we push through, we power through, and we talk about it, and then we just move on. But it's mostly crafting, and if you'd like to join along and come along, then you are welcome. You guys, everyone here, I am so excited to have had all of my friends join this live. I heart you so much. Please hit that like button so that it can help YouTube know that you enjoy the live, and new friends can come and visit us on the next live. The last thing I wanted to mention is that I did mention earlier that on Fridays I like to come in and do the live. The other day that I like to try to be live for is on Mondays because I do not work my day job Mondays and Fridays. So on those 2 days, if at all possible, I want to be, those are going to be the 2 days that are going to be consistent for me. Any other time that you might see me, it's just a plus and a bonus. So as of right now, friends, I will let you go. On Monday is going to be, this coming Monday is going to be 96, 97 degrees here in Massachusetts. And I may possibly be at the beach again with the kids. But I will keep you updated on that. Okay. If that's the case, then I will come live on Tuesday afternoon. So I will keep you up to date, just going along with with however the weather goes. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye, friends.